Well, good evening. My name is Robert Ward. I have been fortunate to be the principal here at Hillsboro this year, and I cannot think of a better group of students to come into a school and experience a place for the first time than this group of students sitting before us today. I have loved every minute of this year, walking in the first day to the car rider line, and the first day till this morning. And it has been nothing but a joy. And I want to thank the people sitting immediately behind the students on this side, all of our teachers that are here tonight. Ms. Grant, Ms. Muldown, Ms. Moody, what is her name? Cooksey, Mr. Shelton, Mr. Cleaver, Ms. Fox, Ms. Verity, Ms. Blackwell, Mr. Blackwell, and then there's Ms. Bates, Ms. Gibson, Ms. Williams, Ms. Adama, Mr. Stuckey, Ms. Hufelar, Ms. Berwick, Coach Duggan, Mr. Hardison, and I see Smocheck back there, and Ms. Burnett, and so I think I got everybody, but I'm so grateful for the work that they do each and every day to help prepare kids for the next step, and that's Independence High School. One thing before we get started, because I can talk all day, but every time I see teachers from Independence High School, whether they're school counselors or academic teachers or coaches, they always say, we can pick a Hillsboro kid out of the crowd because of how the things that they learn while they're here. Because we're small, we're mighty. Because we're small, teachers like the ones sitting behind the students force kids to engage with their teachers. They force kids to advocate for themselves, and when they go to Independence High School, they're able to do that very thing. So thank you for that, everything that you do. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, thank you for everything that you've done for your kids at home and helping them be here tonight. And I am grateful and I'm proud of each and every one of you, and I look forward to hearing great things about what your future holds and what you accomplish. With that, we have some students that are going to be doing some readings tonight, and our first student tonight is Mr. Ben Allen, and he's going to be reading There's No Place Like Hillsboro.
One thing I can say with full confidence is that there's no school like Hillsboro. I mean, sure, there are other schools that look like ours, are the same size as ours, and are on the countryside like ours. But the qualities that set our school apart are its history and community. Hillsboro School has been around since 1905. That means our school has lived through 2 world wars, 5 epidemics, and 15 recessions. It has survived, thrived, and pushed through every hardship that has been thrown its way. Our school, along with its students and faculty, have shown more strength and perseverance than I've ever seen anywhere else in my life. I have never known a tighter-knit community than the one here at Hillsboro. At our school, everyone knows everyone, no matter what grade they're in or how often they see each other. Everyone here is so close to one another, and many of them have known each other since they were little kids. If there's anything I've noticed from being student vice president and having the privilege to interact with all sorts of teams and clubs, is that whether you're an athlete, performer, or artist, Hillsboro will always be a safe place where anyone can come and know that someone's always got their back. Another quality that makes Hillsboro special is teachers and faculty. All the adults at our school work incredibly hard and put 100% effort into everything they do. Like the people at the front desk who keep everything organized and working smoothly, Mr. Wan, who strives to have our school nice and clean every day, and Officer Rogers, who always makes sure all the students here are safe and secure. The teachers at our school are all incredibly friendly and try to create strong bonds between them and all of their students. There are a couple teachers that I would like to recognize who I feel exemplify these qualities in every possible way. These teachers are Miss Stewart, Mr. Hardison, Miss Cosey, and Coach Sheldon. Miss Stewart has been my theater director for the past 3 years, and it has been an honor working with her. She has taught me how to be a better actor, as well as a better person, and has helped me grow my confidence in both performing and everyday life. I had Mr. Hardison 3rd period every day in 7th grade, and I can say in all sincerity that it was always the highlight of my day. He excelled at making learning fun and always gave students grades when it came to late work or test corrections. He's incredibly kind, understanding, and welcoming. I've had Miss Cooksey as a teacher for both my 6th and 8th grade years, and she has been one of the best teachers I have ever had. She calls things how she sees them, never holds anything back, and always fights for what she believes is right. She's also helped me tremendously when it comes to writing, and I would never be able to write an email correctly without her. I had Coach Sheldon for social studies, Model UN, and youth government each year. Coach is one of the best people I know. Over the past year, he has greatly increased my love for history and public speaking, and has inspired me to be a history professor when I'm older. All of these teachers have left a major impact on my life, and have helped me grow into the person I am today. This school has had a huge effect on me in countless different ways. It's taught me to persevere through every challenge I face, and to never give up on myself, even when I feel like I can't keep going. I know that I'll never forget this place and all that I've learned. One thing I can say with full confidence is that there's no place like Hillsboro, no place like home. Thank you.
Hillsboro is a great place. It is the only K-8 school in Williamson County, and there's not many of K-8 schools across the state. But Hillsboro is here, and it has served the community for a long time, like Ben said. We have several students who have been the constant at Hillsboro. They started in kindergarten, and they've come through, and here we are 9 years later in 8th grade. And I would like to recognize these students for being what we call Hillsboro beginners. So when I call your name, you can just stand where you are, and parents, if you'll just hold your applause until the end, you can applaud for all of them at once. Michaela Brandon, Nathan Beer, Taylor Imler, Annabelle Green, Eleanor Green, Madden Johnson, Bailey Reed, Sophia Pala, and Mark Andre Wright. Let's give our Hillsboro. And now we want to hear from Harrison Smith, another student reader. Harrison.
When you leave elementary school, the vastness of life seems to be just a little bit bigger. The whole of reality seems to get a little bit deeper, and responsibilities seem to flood in. The change to middle school was unknown, but not daunting. As I was soon to find out, Hillsboro is far more than just a school. My journey with Hillsboro started during football season. Summer practices allowed me to escape from the tragedies around us, COVID-19. Although living through such horrible events, I could escape almost every afternoon. I was intimidated by all the changes, but I had found a new residence in the football program. Stepping on the field for my first game was one of the most impactful memories I've had at Hillsboro. The weight of the school on my shoulders felt like a bearable weight, a pressure that felt good. I played 3 years of football at Hillsboro and participated in a multitude of sports and activities. Summer winds down and my 7th grade year has begun. I felt prepared and ready for football and school, but nothing could prepare me for what was up next. On the second play of the first JV game of the season, something tragic happened. I dislocated my shoulder and broke it in 2 places. Although being out of school for months, I was never lonely nor disconnected. Coach Key, one of my football coaches, came to visit me shortly after surgery. My teachers worked very hard to make sure my learning didn't halt. And Coach Cleaver offered me the position of assistant offensive coordinator so I could be involved while injured. I still remember the team running one of my own plays, which I had drawn on my hospital bed. So that's what Hillsboro means to me. It means a community that rallies together when life pushes harder. It's teachers that act like a second set of parents, and a group that really cares about each other, not just marks on paper. There's a lot I'll miss about the school. I'll miss Coach Shelton's class. When you step into his room, nothing else matters. It was a reminder to relax and just learn. I'll miss field days with Miss Bates, PE with Coach E, and I'll of course miss the microwaves. Hillsboro has molded me into a person I never knew I could become. Although small in numbers, Hillsboro is worth far more. I hope that everybody who comes after me can view Hillsboro as a second home, and not just a place to learn. Thank you for everything.
Those of you that are car riders, you'll notice that just about every morning I walk out and I usually say, "Get out of the car!" and start waving at people. And our first day here, I walk out and I say, "Get out of the car!" and I open the door up, and all I saw was this young lady with a pink drink. And I say, "Hurry up, pink drink, get out of the car!" And I think it took me 2 months to know her name was Kate Matthews. I call her Kate Pink Drink here all the time. So, Kate Matthews, your turn.
When I first asked myself the question, what does Hillsboro mean to me? I had no clue how I was going to fit it on one page because it's truly meant so much. If you told me 3 years ago a school could shape you into the person you've become, I wouldn't have believed it. After being at Hillsboro, I now see why people say that, due to how Hillsboro shaped me. It shaped me in ways I could have never imagined. It shaped me to become the best version of myself. It shaped me to try my hardest and know my best is enough. It shaped me to believe that it's okay to have an off day. And it shaped me to put myself in situations I otherwise wouldn't have. During these past 3 years, one thing's abundantly clear, and that's the impact teachers in this school have on their students. I've been lucky to have always loved being in school, but it wasn't until I came to Hillsboro that I began participating in school. Looking back on the first day of in-person school in 6th grade, I was so anxious I thought I was going to be sick. I was nervous throughout the whole day up until I walked into my math class. We all have that teacher, Miss Blackwell's most definitely mine. In a way, I feel like we're graduating together since it's both of our last years. Even though I had her in 6th grade, I talked to her at least every day. She not just teach me a ton academically, but she taught me a ton about myself. One of the most important things she taught me was to not feel afraid to ask for help, and for that I'm forever grateful. I can't even begin to thank all the teachers enough for what they've done for me. I could go on about every single teacher I had and tell you the immense impact they've had on me. That would take all day. I think what's so insane to me is the fact that in a couple of months there'll be a day when I wake up, get ready, go on the bus, and not get dropped off at Hillsboro. I still haven't quite wrapped my mind around the fact that there will be a day where I don't walk into school and see a smile from Mr. Hardison and Miss Muldowney, receive a hug from Miss Rainey, hear a bad dad joke from Coach Shelton, and listen to some crazy story from Miss Looney. Hillsboro has taught me so much about who I am and who I want to be in the future. When I first came to Hillsboro, I had no clue what I wanted to be, but now it's clear. I want to be a teacher, because if I can impact at least one student the way any of the teachers here have impacted me, I'll know I've done something great with my life. I think why Hillsboro is so special to me is not just the teachers, but the students as well. School at Hillsboro is so different than everywhere else. One of my favorite things is how eager everyone is to participate in class, and I know it's not like that at all other schools. It often feels like we're all trying to fit in what we want to say instead of sitting around hoping someone would say something so we didn't have to talk. If you asked me to tell you a funny story about something that happened in class, or as me and my friends call it, a That's So Hillsboro moment, I wouldn't be able to pick one because there's just so many. From the dog showing up at recess in 7th grade, to giving math practice in 3rd graders with my friends, all these moments lead back to one key thing, and that's the comfort going to Hillsboro brings. Out of the 3 years, there was not a single day where I didn't feel welcome. There wasn't even a single day where I didn't want to be at school. Many people say schools are a second home because it's where they spend most of their time, but that's not why Hillsboro feels like my second home. It feels like my second home because every day when I walk through the front doors, I'm not dreading doing the work. I'm actually looking forward to seeing all my favorite people. I couldn't believe in 5th grade that I was going into middle school, but now I can't believe I'm leaving it. It's hard to believe that this time at this place is over, but I can't wait for what comes next. Now that I'm standing here talking to all of you, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't terrified of high school. But in moments like these, I look back on that girl on the first day of 6th grade, so anxious she couldn't breathe, and realize she was all right. And I know in a couple of years, I'll look back on the girl on the last day of 8th grade, so anxious for high school she couldn't breathe, and I know she'll have been all right too. Thank you.
Next, we have Ms. Tara Herbert. She is one of our school counselors, and she is going to be presenting some awards for the President's Award for Academic Excellence.
The President's Award for Academic Excellence is given to 8th graders who received all A's their entire middle school career. For this group of 8th graders, that was quite an achievement. If they can remember, starting back in 6th grade, they began middle school remote, shifting from having paper pencil assignments to everything being online through Schoology. They could, at the drop of the hat, be quarantined for up to 2 weeks and be prepared and ready to go remote at any point in time. To all of you 8th graders, you certainly have quite a middle school experience, and we're proud of each of you. But now we're going to recognize these presidential scholars. Please come forward to get your certificate when your name is called. Ben Allen. Elijah Debut. William Ledgerwood. Harrison Smith. Kate Bellegine. And Jazarian Tate. Congratulations, guys.
Our next student reading for the evening is going to be from Quinn D'Amico. Quinn.
What Hillsboro means to me. The end of one journey is the beginning of another. From Perry Creek to Hillsboro, from Hillsboro to Indy. Thinking about Hillsboro, some might just think of some old country school in the middle of nowhere. But we are more than that. First day being here at Hillsboro as a fourth grader, I was just a shy, timid kid who took things from small. But I changed. I became more. My journey through Hillsboro in these 5 years has changed me drastically. I became stronger, more social, something I thought I could never do. Looking back today on how I changed, I not only grew in height, but in heart as well. The teachers here are accepting, the students even more so. The school may be small compared to other schools, but what we don't have inside is we make up for its spirit. Leaving Hillsboro, I went back to the study with all the teachers. From the big experiences to the small details, don't always follow the crowd. That's what we brought here today. Challenges for me have come in many forms. Time, on field, on paper, and many more. But each time, I push through the next time I don't get easy. From teacher to student, I've had help being built for the person I am today. Teachers and coaches have all had a huge impact on my life and adventure in my years. From self-pushing to do football, to this coaching helping me advance my writing. It wasn't like the teachers helped them. The friends that I made along the way, we would help and cheer each other on even through the hardest of times. Walking through these halls, being able to breathe and just about everyone is a blessing. Breathe and hang out with just about everyone and easily able to make new friends is a blessing. The memories I've made here have stretched a long way. From Franklin College on the streets, found girls football game. The school, the people, the environment, the size, won't miss it all. From the high points to the low ones, this is what building. This is what Hillsboro means.
Our last student reader is the last tormentor. So Ethan, if you want to come to the stage, and your turn.
Hillsboro. When many people hear this name, they think it's just the name of some random country. Although to my classmates and I, it is fun. It is a strong connection of people where everyone knows it. It isn't like that in most other schools. The size of our school is what makes it special. Our size allows us to connect with friends like no other place will. It gives us a greater chance to be a part of the team. Although it may present a challenge in terms of sports against other schools, just being able to participate in an activity holds great significance, and it's really fun. The community that we have in Hillsboro is special. Most people see going to a small school being a problem. However, going to a small school is like having a second family. When you're at your lows, you will always know that you will have people to talk to and to rely on. Also, teachers at a small school, they're different. I have never met and will probably never meet such loving and kind teachers who care about their students as much as the teachers here at Hillsboro. To Miss Cooksey, who always says the last of the arm course has been the best. Sorry, Matt. Miss Cooksey picks us up from our lows and cheers us on in our lives. She taught me that being honest and kind to all is the most important. To Coach Young, who I don't even have as a teacher, but tells me all the funny stories about Anthony Jackson. He taught me that being brave and confident will get you far. To Miss Blackburn, who always found a way to make life math fun and interesting. She taught me not to stress over the littlest things and the easiest. The teachers at Hillsboro, they care, even though that's not part of their job description. So those who say going to a small school is a nightmare may not have been able to experience the kind of teachers we have. Even though I've failed many times, I've also experienced much success in my time at Hillsboro. I have always had a basic grade since I first arrived here, but more importantly, I have made so many good friends. I have met people who I share some of my favorite memories with, and meeting these friends has been the greatest victory of all. While the failures we have experienced have been a blessing, the victories have not fallen short. An achievement of an individual at Hillsboro is celebrated, but it is not only celebrated by their family, but their friends and teachers too. So as we experience this big time, graduating 8th grade, I thank my family, friends, and teachers who have all been there throughout my journey. You may ask, how do those losses and victories show how Hillsboro has placed my life? They are how I became the person I am today. The failures have helped me learn right from wrong, and the victories have encouraged me to keep pushing towards my goals. Although this is the last year I'll be spending in Hillsboro, I will never forget the memories I've had in this place. I will never forget the friends and teachers that have helped me. I will not forget the place that helped me grow. I may be the last of the armed force, but as I move forward in life into bigger things, I always remember this place that was given to me. Hillsboro has impacted all of our lives, whether we love to admit it or not. And I am so grateful that I was able to grow up in Hillsboro and Cleveland. We have all looked forward to this day, to graduating and going to high school. Now that we're gathered here, I look back upon my time in Hillsboro, knowing that I will miss the place. I will miss the place that I've been able to call home. Goodbye, Hillsboro. Thank you for your work, my journey.
One of the best things about Hillsboro, other than the kids, are the two people that I get to share the role of principal with. And the two people standing to my left back here, Mr. Josh Weinstein and Ms. Carol Pisha, are nothing short of extraordinary. And they are here tonight to help present our certificates to our 8th graders.
And it is an honor and a privilege for sure. We do ask that you hold your applause pause until all students have received their promotion certificate. Great photo ops at the end here. We're back there as they're walking down. Benjamin Robert Lincoln Allen. Dominic Christopher Amacone. Ethan Patrick Armator. Rayleigh James Ash. I didn't practice middle names. Isabel Bardas. Madeline Barton. Nathan Beard. Morgan Bennett. There's always someone who doesn't follow the rules. Emmett Berry. Austin Black. Benjamin Blackburn. Jack Blackburn. Adelaide Bosho. Henley Boyd. Michaela Brannon. Catherine Britt. Maren Buckley. Maximus Cameron. Aiden Cathy. Davis Cody. William Cox. Robert Crichton. Cassidy Crow. Christopher D'Amico. Elijah Davey. Ellery Dean. Waylon Eastep. Taylor Emler. Jackson Finkel. Benjamin Forslund. Mason Gonzalez. Branson Goodman. Gina Grande. Annabelle Green. Eleanor Green. Keegan Hazley. Lucy Heller. Caroline Hendren. Noah Hyman. Aubrey Hager. Clark Hoppenstead. Preston Howard. Madeline Jablonski. Elijah Jarnigan. Madden Johnson. Emma Julian. Sydney Halbert. Jacob Cash. Graham Kosovo. Cohen Crable. Riley Kuykendall. Owen Langhofer. Callahan Larson. William Ledgerwood. Ethan Lee. Wyatt Lee. Violet Lindsay. Josh Lukowski. Kate Michaelov. Aiden Marlin. Alice Matthews. Knightley Max.
I'm about to cry.
Keaton McCarthy. Asher McClung. Scarlett McNelis. McNelis, sorry. John Mendoza Zavala. Skylar Mennel. Jeremiah Mills. Isaac Mitchell. Sarah Morris. Charles Morton. Paige Nicholas. Hudson Oaks. Kylie Parks. Lauren Pearson. Layla Pedroza. Sophia Pela. Diesel Perez. Haley Pointer. Callie Rainey. Bailey Reed. Amelia Renner. Libby Robbins. Lillian Schreiber. Logan Scrivener. Ainsley Seaton. Brock Sebring. Aaron Show. Harrison Smith. Isabella Snowden. Colin Sparacino. Joseph Spelligen. Julia Sprinkle. Catherine Swires. Everett Stewart.
Bonnie Sullivan. Clayton Sweetman. Jazarian Tate. Beck Van Hoagland. Matthias Waterman. Liam Red. Marc-Andre Wright. Connor Yazurski. Emma Zarin. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating the Hillsboro Elementary class.
I couldn't have asked for a better group of 8th graders to start a first year at Hillsboro. Parents, visitors, guests, we hear so many times, what does our future look like? And we have an example of what our future looks like sitting in front of us. I don't worry. I get to see these kids each and every day. I get to see them help each other. I get to see them engage with teachers. I don't worry about our future because I see greatness sitting right here in each and every one of you. That's right. It's not your head yet. I see greatness right here. And I'm proud of each and every one of you. You know, at the very beginning, I tested my skill and named all the teachers that were sitting right here, but what I forgot is that there's a lot of people sitting in the stands that are teachers. Ms. Hartman, Ms. Jess are up here, Ms. Johnson is over here, Ms. Whitby is back here, Ms. Bria and Ms. Davis were right here, Mr. Bailey is back here, Ms. Barton is somewhere. I saw her earlier. She's up here. And I'm sure I'm missing somebody else, so I did apologize. You can yell at me, Mark. But 8th graders, go forth, leave this place proud of what you've done, and show Indy what you've got. Because you've got a lot, and I am excited to hear about it. So next year, today was my first senior walk day, and I got to see seniors that I didn't know interact with these people back here that have been around forever, Blackwell, Cooks, and Shelton, Hardison. They've been around, and these seniors came back with such admiration for their teachers and such thanks for what they've done. So I can't wait in 4 years for you guys to walk back through our doors. You'll be my first class of 8th graders. So thank you, and have a great summer. I can't wait for what you guys are doing in Independence. Have a great day. You are dismissed. Parents, teachers, staff, kids. There are glam photos outside. Please make sure you stop and glam up. Take a picture. There's cookies and treats in the cafeteria. Please make sure you stop by. And 8th graders, congratulations. You are